Now we will learn how to make the layout for a 2:1 multiplexer by combining two transmission gates. So we already have learned how to make the layout of a transmission gate, and now we are going to combine two such layouts and connect them in the way which is shown in the schematic in front of us to make the layout of a 2:1 multiplexer, which will satisfy the truth table as shown here. That is, when select line S is equal to 0, the output of mux is equal to the input I0, and when the select line is equal to 1, then the output of the multiplexer is I1. Now carefully observe on this layout that we have two transmission gates, TG0 and TG1. Now each transmission gate has the signals. It has one input, it has one output, and it has the control signal C and C bar. For TG0, the control signal C is the gate of NMOS, while C bar is the gate of PMOS. Similarly, the second transmission gate TG1, the control signal C is the gate of NMOS, and the control signal C bar is the gate of PMOS. So now we have gate of NMOS of TG0, we have gate of PMOS of TG0, we have gate of NMOS of TG1, and we have gate of PMOS of TG1. Also note that the input I0 of multiplexer now becomes the input of the first TG0, while the second input of multiplexer I1 now becomes the input of second transmission gate TG1. Also note that the individual outputs of the transmission gates are connected together or wired or together to form the output Y mux of the multiplexer. Similarly, the select line S as shown here, it is given to the intersection of the gate of PMOS of TG0 and gate of NMOS of TG1. I repeat, the select line S of multiplexer is given to the intersection of the gate of PMOS of TG0 and gate of NMOS of TG1. Now, the select line S is inverted using the conventional CMOS inverter as shown, and the complemented value of select line S is now given to the gate of NMOS of TG0 and gate of PMOS of TG1. I repeat that the complement of select line S is given to the gate of NMOS of TG0 and gate of PMOS of TG1. One important thing to note is the orientation of the transmission gate is such that the NMOS side of transmission gate is above and the PMOS side is below. Also for TG1, we see the NMOS side is above and the PMOS side is below. Okay, so if we see that in the schematic for transmission gate, our PMOS is in the upper position and NMOS is in lower position. But here, when we connect two transmission gates to make the multiplexer, we see that the NMOS of TG0 as well as NMOS of TG1 are in upper positions, and the PMOS of TG0 and the PMOS of TG1 in the lower position. So when we insert the layout for transmission gate, then we have to flip vertical the layout as shown. So based on the explanation and referring to this schematic in front of us, yeah, one more thing I wanted to tell is that the inverted version of select line, because it is to be given to the gate of NMOS of TG0 and gate of PMOS of TG1, and the gates are on polysilicon layer, as usual we have to connect the output of the CMOS inverter to the gates of the respective TGs through a metal 1 to polysilicon contact. So we go to the microwind tool, and here, because we have already learned how to make the layout for transmission gate, assuming that you have learned that, I am going to insert the layout of transmission gate twice and connect the two transmission gates as shown in the schematic. So first we will save this layout as mux 21, or we can say mux using TG on the desktop. Then file, insert layout. From desktop we will select TG and we will put it here. Similarly, we will again insert the transmission gates layout again, and microwind tool goes on placing the layouts to the right of the previous one when we insert newer and newer layouts. Now, because as per the schematic, the transmission gate TG0 and TG1 are one above another, but in the layout after inserting them, they have been placed next to each other. So we have to place them one above the another. So we will reduce the display, and then you will use stretch and move tool, and we will bring this TG below. We'll again further reduce it, so we get a place for moving. So we will place this here, here, second one here. So understand one thing, that the above layout is TG0 and the below layout is TG1, and now we have to connect. So what we will do is we will start renaming the signals. Now we know that the first input of multiplexer I0 becomes the input of TG0, while the multiplexer second input I1 becomes the input of TG1. So we will rename the inputs of TG0 and TG1 as I0 and I1 respectively. So we will zoom. Now I will double click TG in and I will rename it as I0. I will rename the input of second TG as I1. At the same time, now we have to connect the outputs of TG0 and TG1 using metal 1 and define it as YMUX. So before doing that, what we would like to do is that we will flip the vertical orientation of transmission gates such that the NMOS is in the upper position and PMOS in the lower position. So for doing this, what we do is that we will put some cuts so we can flip them. So we will put cuts here. We will say edit, flip and rotate, flip vertical, and we will flip it vertically like this. We will want to do the same thing again for the lower transmission gate. We'll again put cuts here. Put a cut here, and we will say edit, flip and rotate, flip vertical, and flip it. Okay. So now we can clearly see that in both transmission gates, NMOS up, PMOS down. For TG1, NMOS up and PMOS down. Now we are in a position to connect the individual outputs together. So we will take metal 1 and we will connect them together, and we can make the size same. Take metal 1, connect it here, small, Now we can delete one output and we can bring the output down and we can rename it and we can say this is the output of multiplexer YMUX. So now referring again, now what we have to do is we have to connect the gate of PMOS of TG0 to gate of NMOS of TG1. So this is the gate of NMOS of TG0, gate of PMOS of TG0, gate of NMOS of TG1 and gate of PMOS of TG1. So we have to connect both of them. So we will take polysilicon and we will connect it like this, and we can cut out the extra portion like this. Okay, so now we need only one CMOS inverter, so we will delete the extra one. So we can delete this one carefully. Now we can bring this inverter, we can also delete this thing, we can bring the inverter here and we can flip it. We can flip it because the select line is to be given both to the input of CMOS inverter and also to the interconnection between the gate of PMOS of TG0 and gate of NMOS of TG1. So already the connection is there, it is already flipped. So we can zoom it and we can make this connection here and we can name this as select line. We can give a clock here and we can rename it as S. We will deal with the frequencies later. Now I0 is defined, I1 is defined, select line is given, and we just need to do two things. Is we have to just give the output of inverter to the gate of NMOS of TG0 and the gate of PMOS of TG1. So here we have the gate of NMOS of TG0 and here we have the gate of PMOS of TG1. So we'll zoom and remove the extra portions. Small. And we will take a metal 1 to polysilicon contact and we will put it here. We'll take another similar contact and we'll put it here. Okay, now we can zoom and we can make the connection. So we will take metal 1, similarly take polysilicon, connect it here. Okay, similarly go down, zoom, take metal 1, cut the extra portion, take polysilicon, so let us check all the signals. Input I0 of multiplexer, input I1 of multiplexer, select line. Now we have to set the frequencies. Let us arbitrarily assume that I0 must be high frequency signal. So yes, it is at 5 gigahertz. Then we will check what is the frequency of I1. I1 is also 5 gigahertz. We can make it slower. You can say let it be this much, and select line should be the slowest signal. You can say it is slower, slower, slower. Okay, let us do a DRC. We don't have any design rule errors, so we can directly simulate. Okay, so we can increase the frequency of select line, and we can also increase the frequency of I1. So we can select I1 and we can say faster and faster. We can make I0 also faster once, and we can make select line faster. Let us see. Okay. Okay, so we are not able to appreciate that it is the output of multiplexer. We'll make I1 slower. Yes, so we can see here that when select line S is equal to 0 here, the input I0 is selected, which is a high frequency clock. So when S is equal to 0, the output of multiplexer is equal to I0. When select line is equal to 1, the output is equal to I1. Okay, so again I'm repeating, when select line is equal to 0, input I0 is selected and the output of multiplexer is equal to I0. When select line is equal to 1, input I1 is selected and the output of multiplexer is equal to I1. So thus we have made the layout of a 2:1 multiplexer using transmission gate, and also verified its functionality.